Hey everybody, I hope that you're having a wonderful, awesome week so far. I was recently reminded of a really common problem. It's something that I think is really easy for us all to let infiltrate and influence the way that we view ourselves just a little bit too much. So I thought I'd go ahead and make a quick video on it. And it pertains to allowing others' unkind words and actions to influence how we view ourselves. The sad thing is that there are always going to be people, no matter what size, shape, or weight you are, that have something negative to say about it. And unfortunately, sometimes it's the people that we're closest to because they feel like they have more leeway to give their opinions to you as far as what they think. And it can oftentimes end up being the most hurtful coming from those people. But back to what I was saying, as far as it's always going to be something that you hear, and you have to make sure to not get in your mind that there's a particular size, weight, or shape where that's not going to happen, or maybe trying too hard to accomplish somebody else's standards for what they think you should look like. Because oftentimes the people giving that information have their own issues and insecurities, and they're actually just displacing and projecting that onto you in some kind of skewed manner and trying to somehow manipulate others to feel the same kind of pain or hurt that they struggle with. And so it's hurtful for you, and it's not even coming from an authentic place. To give you guys an example of just a personal story and where this applies, when I was touring, we were leaving one of the hotel rooms. As we were leaving, housekeeping was coming in, and one of the women looked me up and down and said, "You need to eat a sandwich because you're too damn skinny." I just kind of looked at her with a blank stare because it never fails to shock me when someone says something just really blatantly unkind. And all I could really think of is if that were to be flipped and say I opened the door and looked her up and down and said, "You need to skip a couple meals because you're too damn fat," all heck would have broken loose, and I probably would have been punched in the face because that would be so horrifically unacceptable to anybody. But the sad thing is that given certain circumstances, people think that it's okay for them to give their opinion on how they think you should look. And what's unfortunate is that it's the same thing. You're essentially telling someone that you think that the size that they are is unattractive and that they should be or do something different. And going back to what I was saying, the majority of the time, 99.9% of the time, it actually has to deal with their own issues and insecurities. And so the best thing that you can do in those moments is just, as quickly as you can, try to remember that, and if anything, have a little bit of compassion for whatever they're going through, because you don't know the level of insecurities that they do deal with. So the quicker you can get that in your head that it most likely has very little to do with you, then the less it actually is able to control you or influence how you feel about yourself. Because when it comes right down to it, really you're the only one that can control that. No one can make you feel any which way about yourself. I know that's easier said than done, and sometimes it's really hard to not let that hurt come in, but you're really the one that's in control of how you let it influence the way you feel about yourself. And the truth of the matter is that fitness and health looks completely different on everybody. There's no one size, shape, or weight that is going to be optimal health on everyone. If I were 50 pounds more, but I knew that I ate healthy, made healthy decisions, exercised, and I felt strong and healthy and good, well then that would be an optimal weight for me, because that would be an optimal health level for me. And I think, going back to what I always say, just continue to strive for the healthiest version of you. That's not going to be a certain size or shape. People oftentimes get in their own way by simply striving nonstop. They're so driven to be a certain size or weight, and that's one of the reasons why they weigh themselves all the time. And it's skewed thinking, and it actually gets you off track with what's the most important. You're gonna be your happiest when you're your healthiest, and that's really and truly what we're all striving for, is to just be the healthiest us that we can be. If you've cut your calories down to 500 because you're trying to lose this weight, but then because of that your blood sugar's low and you're cranky and irritable and hungry all the time and mean and cranky to everybody, you're not really winning at all, you're losing. This is about being the happiest us that we can be and the best us we can be. And that happens when we're the healthiest us that we can be. So you guys, do the best you can to keep your minds right, and remember to strive for health and feel good about all the things you should feel good about. Don't worry so much about trying to be what you think someone else thinks you should be. You're the only person that truly knows what healthiness feels like for you. And please just continue to give me any feedback that you wish, and let me know what you guys want to see or hear about next. And also, if you like the recipe, you guys, if you didn't see that, the healthy taco recipe, look down, it was the last video that I posted. It's really, really good. I hope you try it. Let me know what you think. Other than that, I hope you guys had an awesome holiday and that you have a wonderful remainder of the week, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.